ఇందులో మ్యూట్ ఉంటే అన్మ్యూట్ కదా.
దయచేసి మ్యూట్ చేయండి, డిస్టర్బ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి. ఓకే, verse 41, this is the commencement of Aranya Kanda in Sankshipta Ramayana, Sarga 1 of Sri Valmiki Ramayana. Pravishyatu Maharanyam Ramo Rajivalochanaha Viradham Rakshasam Hatva Sharabanga Dadarshtaha Sutikšnam Chapyagastyam Cha Agastya Bhrataram Tatha. It is one of the very few verses which is having 3 lines. Normally it is 2 lines. It is the longer one. And here almost each line is a separate sentence by itself. It talks of Rama entering Dandakaranya. Immediately the encounter with Viradha. Rama has to kill Viradha to free Mother Sita. And then he starts visiting the great rishis. 3 rishis names are mentioned here. One is Sutikshna Maharshi, sage Sutikshna, sage Agastya, and another rishi, he is actually referred to as brother of Agastya. His name is not given here. Agastya Bhrataram. So 3 sages Rama visits and stays with them in their ashram for varying periods of time. So let us read again what is shown in red slowly. Pravishya tu Maharanyam Ramah Rajivalochanaha Viradham Rakshasam Hatva Sharabanga Dadarshaha Sutikshnam Cha Api Agastyam Cha. Because 2 sages are there, Cha and Api means same thing, and Sutikshnam Cha Api Agastyam Cha Agastya Bhrataram Tatha. Tatha can mean and, Tatha can mean so also. In the same manner, Rama, Lakshmana, Sita visited Sutikshna, Agastya. Similarly, they also visited Agastya Bhrataram, is what it says. You can see the word-to-word meanings. Pravishyatu Maharanyam, having entered the dense forest for Dandaka forest, the lotus-eyed Rama, Ramaha Rajivalochanaha, or Rajivalochanaha Ramaha, the lotus-eyed Rama slew the demon Viradha, Hatva Viradham Rakshasam. He had to slew the Rakshasa by name Viradha. And Dadarshaha, that means saw, visited, paid respects, spent time with them, took their blessings, took knowledge from them. All these meanings come in the word Dadarsha. Dadarshaha, Sharabhangam, Sharabhanga Maharshi, Sutikshnam Cha Api, and also sage Sutikshna, Agastyam Cha, Agastya, and Agastya Bhrataram, and his brother. So these 4 sages Rama visits in the very beginning of his stay in Dandakaranya. We'll again read this. Pravishyatu Maharanyam Ramo Rajivalochanaha Viradham Rakshasam Hatva Sharabhangam Dadarshaha Sutikshnam Chapyagastyam Cha Agastya Bhrataram Tatha Agastya Vachanachaiva Jagrahendra Sharasanam Khadgam Cha Paramapritaha
खड्गं च परमप्रीतः
तूणी चाक्षयसायकौ
चाक्षयसायकौ
तूणी चाक्षयसायकौ.
चाक्षयसायकौ
Now reading separately. Agastya vachanat cha eva
अगस्त्य वचनात् च एव
jagraha indram sharasanam
जग्राह इन्द्रं सरासनं
khadgam cha paramapritaha
खड्गं च परमप्रीतः
tuni cha akshayasayakau.
तूणी च अक्षयसायकौ.
Actually, in Ramayana, one of the person who is extremely maligned is Mother Kaikeyi. Everybody seems to get annoyed with her. Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrughna, Dasharatha, everybody gets extremely angry with her for the treatment given to Rama. But Lord Rama himself never felt bad about that, never complained. He continued to have the same respect for Mother Kaikeyi. Now, this has to be seen in the background. It is almost like a divine play. Mahavishnu incarnated as Lord Rama for the sole purpose of, main purpose of destroying Ravana, freeing the world from the atrocities of Ravana. That is the very purpose of Ramavatara. That means Lord Rama has to have an encounter with Ravana. That means Rama has to come to the forest only when the setting will take place. So this is a part of divine play. Now this can be proved by this factor which is mentioned here. Just before Rama comes to Agastya's ashrama, Lord Indra comes there and hands over very, very powerful weapons, a bow, a sword, quivers with inexhaustible arrows, etc., to sage Agastya to please hand over to Rama when he comes. That means the gods knew that was the plan of divine plan. Their plan was they wanted to ensure that Rama was well equipped with proper weapons to face the Rakshasas. So that is what happens here. Agastya Maharshi advised him to receive all these weapons, which Lord Rama happily receives because they were required for the events which were to follow. This again shows it was a sort of a divine scheme of things that Rama has to come to the forest and maybe undergo all these problems as a human being. Because Ravana could have been killed only by a mortal, a only human being, Nara and Vanara. Only these two were exempted from the boon which has taken from Lord Brahma. So in that context, we have to see. Agastya Vachana Cha Eva, as directed or as advised by sage Agastya, Jagraha, Rama is not mentioned, Rama is understood. Rama received Paramapritaha with extreme delight. He received from him Sharasanam, a bow, Khadgam, a sword, Tuni, that is a quiver in which the bows are kept behind the back, and it was a unique one. It was having Akshaya Sayakau, inexhaustible store of arrows. And these were Indram. These were given by Lord Indra to be passed on to Rama. Indra knew that Rama was going to come to Agastya Ashrama, and at that time, Agastya Maharshi will hand over this to Rama and Lakshmana. That is what is mentioned in this verse. You can read, and initially we'll read slowly with the red one and then read in a normal manner. Agastya Vachanacha Eva
अगस्त्य वचनात् च एव
Jagraha Indram Sharasanam
जग्राह इन्द्रं सरासनं
Khatgam Cha Paramapritaha
खड्गं च परमप्रीतः
Tuni Cha Akshayasayakau.
तूणी च अक्षयसायकौ.
Reading in a normal manner. Agastya Vachanachaiva
अगस्त्य वचनात् चैव
Jagrahaindra Sharasanam
जग्राहेन्द्रसरासनं
Khadgam Cha Paramapritaha
खड्गं च परमप्रीतः
Tuni Chakshayasayakau.
Tuni Chakshayasayakau.
Vasatastasya Ramasya
Vasatastasya Ramasya
Vane Vanacharai Saha
Vane Vanacharai Saha
Rushovobhyagamanam Sarve.
Rishayo Abhyagamana
Now we'll read together. Rushayobhyagamanam Sarve.
Rishayo Abhyagamana Sarve
Actually, we read red one, it is easier. Rushayaha Abhyagamanam Sarve.
Rishayaha Abhyagamana Sarve
Now, clubbing these two words, Rushayaha Abhyagamanam, Rushayobhyagamanam Sarve,
Rishayo Bhagamanam Sarve
Vadhaya Asura Rakshasam.
Vadhaya Asura Rakshatam.
Now, when Lord Rama was staying there, he dwelt in the forest, he stayed in the ashram, different ashrams. For example, when we were staying in the ashram of, say, Sharabhanga, all the ascetics who are staying there, along with those people living in the forest, they approached Rama, requested him for the destruction of the Asuras and Rakshasas who were making their life miserable. These Rakshasas were interfering with all their ascetic activities. They were spoiling their yagnas. They were disturbing their rituals. They were destroying their ashramas. They were even killing them. They were cannibals. They were killing and eating the sages. So these people did not want to use their tapas shakti. If they want, they could attack it, give them a shapa, curse and kill them. But they did not want to do that because they were bound by their discipline of tapasya and non-violence. They requested Rama to tackle them. That's what it says. Vasataha tasya Ramasya.
Vasataha Tasya Ramasya
Vasataha tasya. Club together becomes vasastasya. Vasatastasya banta hai. Otherwise it is vasataha tasya Ramasya
Vasataha Tasya Ramasya
vane vanacharaihi saha.
Vane Vanacharai Saha
That means when he was living in the forest, along with those people living in the forest. Vanacharaihi. That means people living in the forest. He was living along with them in the forest. Vane vanacharaihi saha.
Vane Vanacharai Saha
Rishayaha abhyagamanam sarve.
Rishayaha Abhyagamanam Sarve
All the sages approached him for vadhaya asura rakshasam.
Vadhaya Asura Rakshasam
They approached Rama for the killing of, for the destruction of, for solving the problem of the asura and rakshasas. Basically, they are same type. They are the people who are creating problems. Vasataha vane. While Rama was dwelling in the forest, that is actually he was living in the hermitage of sage Sharabhanga. Sarve Rishayaha. All the ascetics living there. Vane Charai Saha. Along with other sages inhabiting the forest. Agamanam tasya abhyagamanam tasya Ramasya. Came there and requested Lord Rama vadhaya. They requested for destruction of Asura Rakshasam. The Asuras and Rakshasas harassing them. Okay. Now next. Satesham pratishushrava
Satesham Pratishrava
Rakshasanam tathavane.
Rakshasanam Tadhavane.
Now this is interesting. This verse has only one line. Normally there are two lines. The first verse had 3 lines. This one has 1 line. So depending on the poetry. So Rama listened patiently to those ascetics living in Dandakaranya, which was inhabited by the Rakshasas. So the forest is a place where you have ascetics, sages doing tapasya. You also have the Rakshasas and demons harassing them. And of course, the wildlife, the animals, plants, birds, and also innocent people living there. Tribals will be living there. All together living in a forest. Sa pratishustrava means Rama listened tesham to those ascetics and vane rakshasam. It was listened to the ascetics and those people who were living there. Here you can see in this picture, this is from the serial Ramayana, TV serial Ramayana, a heap of bones are shown. This heap of bones, the sages told Rama, you can see Lord Rama, please see this heap of bones. These are the remains of the sages who have been killed and eaten away by the demons and Rakshasas. Actually, they say it was a big mountain. In this picture, a small heap is shown. That shows the atrocities which were being committed by the Rakshasas. The moment Rama sees that, he gives them an assurance, I will tackle them. I will tackle them, I will defeat them and kill them in a battle, in a war. This is what Rama gives assurance to them. Now, Pratignataha cha Ramena.
प्रतिज्ञातः च रामेण
So Rama gives an assurance. Pratignataha cha Ramena.
प्रतिज्ञातः च रामेण
Vadhaka samyati rakshasam.
वदः संयति रक्षसाम्.
That means I will kill them in a battle. He's very, very careful. Rama also said, I will not go hunt and run after them, but I will kill them in a battle. He knew that battle was going to take place. It was inevitable. Some stage, some situation will come when there will be battle between me and them, then I will destroy them. This is what he says. He gave an assurance to Rishinam Agnikalpanam
ऋषीणाम् अग्निकल्पानां
Dandakaranyavasinam.
दण्डकारण्यवासिनां.
So Rama gives this assurance not to weak people. He gives a blessing, he gives an assurance to Rishis. How are they? They are extremely powerful. They were doing a lot of tapasya, they have a lot of power of austerity, which they did not want to waste on these petty Rakshasas. That's why they say Agnikalpanam. They were resembling, dazzling, they had the glory. They were the people doing tapasya for hundreds of years with great austerities. So such persons, Rama gives assurance, I will tackle them. It's also because Rama is a Kshatriya. He's more like a soldier. It is his job to give protection. And whereas sages are like learned people, they are busy in their austerities. That is not their job to fight these people. The fighting part is left to Kshatriyas. So Rama as a prince, as a Kshatriya, volunteered to do that. Pratignataka cha Ramena
प्रतिज्ञातः च रामेण
Vadhaka samyati rakshasam
वदः संयति रक्षसाम्.
Shinam agnikalpanam
ऋषीणाम् अग्निकल्पानां
Dandakaranyavasinam.
दण्डकारण्यवासिनां.
Now, reading together. Pratignatascha Ramena
प्रतिज्ञातश्च रामेण
Vadhasam yati rakshasam.
वधः संयति रक्षसाम्.
Sound, yes, sound will come. Vadhasam yati rakshasam.
वधः संयति रक्षसाम्.
Shinamagnikalpanam
ऋषीणामग्निकल्पानां
Dandakaranyavasinam.
दण्डकारण्यवासिनाम्.
So what he says, those ascetics, they were resembling the flaming fire in luster. They have that luster in them. So Rama gives an assurance that I will slay them in battle. Vadaka samyati rakshasam. He gave an assurance to those rishis. Now, this event must have happened place almost in the beginning of Rama's stay. Next 10 years also, as I mentioned, it passes on 10 to 12 years very, very uneventfully. Almost at the end of the period, when they were thinking of going back to Ayodhya after completing the exile, maybe another, maybe 10 months or 1 year or so, that was the time they were expecting. Now suddenly this story takes a turn. The Shurpanaka becomes a turning point in the entire Ramayana. Tena tatraiva vasata
तेन तत्रैव वसता
janasthana nivasini
जनस्थाननिवासिनी
virupita shurpanaka
विरूपिता शूर्पणखा
rakshasi kamarupini.
राक्षसी कामरूपिणी.
Actually, after Rama stayed in number of stages, then Agastya Maharshi actually prompts Rama, Instead of staying in this forest, in these ashrams of sages, you better go to a place called Janasthana, and there Panchavati is there. There Rama built a hermitage called Panchavati in Janasthana. And Janasthana was a sort of an outpost of Ravana. Ravana was ruling Lanka. His representatives, his Rakshasas, headed by Khara, Dushana, and Trisira, they were stationed in Janasthana to look after the interests of Ravana or to carry out his nefarious activities in Dandakaranya. So this was the outpost in which Shurpanaka also was staying. So Surpanaka, who was living in Janasthana, once she happens to see Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana, the moment she sees Rama, she was enamored of him. She makes a proposal to him, why don't you marry me? Rama immediately tells her, Rama took as a joke. This lady, Shurpanaka was an old lady, certainly not by any chance and beautiful, and Rama was already married. Rama was Ekapatni Vrata. So he tells her politely. Then as a sort of a joke, he tells her, Lakshmana is alone, you go and ask him. So Lakshmana in turn says, I am only his servant, I am his dasa. So if you marry me, you will be marrying a slave. What's the use of that? Go back to him. In the process, she gets very angry. She tries to swallow Mother Sita, kill her and swallow. At that time, Shurpanaka, Rama instructs Lakshmana. Lakshmana deforms, cuts away the nose and ears of Shurpanaka. So this is what is shown in these two verses. Very briefly. Tena tatraiva vasata
Tena tatraiva vasata
janasthana nivasini
janasthana nivasini
virupita Shurpanaka
virupita surpanakha
Rakshasi Kamarupini.
rakshasi kamarupini
Tena Tatra Eva Vasata. During their stay there, almost at the end of their stay there, Rakshasi Shurpanaka, a demoness called Shurpanaka, who was also living in Janasthana, Nivasini Janasthana. That is what we say, location of Ravana's army or his outpost in Dandakaranya. And this lady, this Rakshasi, was capable of assuming any form at will. Actually, Valmiki Ramayana says this Shurpanaka was a sort of a deformed, old, ugly lady. She took on the form of a beautiful young damsel to appear before Rama and Lakshmana because she was capable of taking any form. That is what Maricha does. Maricha takes the form of a golden deer. So this is what the Rakshasis, they create Maya and they assume this form. So because of the problem which she was creating, and when trying to actually harm Mother Sita, she was deformed by Lakshmana at the instructions of Rama. Tena tatraiva vasata
Tena tatraiva vasata
janasthana nivasini
janasthana nivasini
virupita Shurpanaka
virupita surpanakha
Rakshasi Kamarupini.
rakshasi kamarupini
Tataha Shurpanaka Vakyat
ततः शूर्पणखा वाक्यात्
Udyuktan Sarva Rakshasan
उद्युक्तान् सर्वराक्षसान्
Karam Tisiram Sachaiva
खरं त्रिशिरं च चैव
Dushanam Chaiva Rakshasam
दूषणं चैव राक्षसाम्
Vijagana Vani Ramaha
निजघानवने रामः
Tesham Chaiva Padanugan.
तेषां चैव पदानुगान्.
So once Shurpanaka was humiliated and injured, she runs immediately to the local commanders of Ravana who were there in Janasthana. There were three persons were there, three commanders were there, Khara, Trisira, and Dushana. Three commanders were there. She runs to them and listening to whatever she said, actually she gives a distorted picture. She never goes and tells them that I was trying to attract Rama. I was trying to pounce upon Sita. He never tells that. He said, they harmed me, they devoted me, I am your sister, you should take care of me. She goes and provokes them. And as these, they are Rakshasas and Asuras. So not only those three people, apart from those three, all their followers, who are 14,000 in number, the huge army, all of them came and attacked the ashrama of Lord Rama. Then Rama tells Lakshmana, you go inside or go and hide along with Mother Sita in some cave. You give protection to her. I will tackle them single-handed. That is what Rama does. Rama single-handedly kills all these three commanders and their followers who are 14,000 in number. All this is covered in this simple verse. Tataha means thereafter, after the deforming of Shurpanaka take place. Tataha Shurpanaka Vakyat.
ततः शूर्पणखा
Tataha Shurpanaka Vakyat. Vidyuktan Sarva Rakshasan. Annapurna garu మీరు చెప్తారా పోనీ? అన్నపూర్ణ గారు మీరు అన్మ్యూట్ చేయండి. తథా శూర్పణఖా వాక్యాత్
ततः शूर्पणखा वाक्यात्
ఉద్యుక్తాన్ సర్వరాక్షసాన్
उद्युक्तान्
సర్వరాక్షసాన్ ఖరం త్రిశిరం చైవ
खरं शिशिरं चैव
దూషణం చైవ రాక్షసం
दूषणं चैव राक्षसं
నిజగానవనే రామః
निजधानवने रामः
తేషాం చైవ పదానుగాన్.
तेषां चैव पदानुगान्.
People who follow them. That's what he says. No, actually, I've shown the tribe depicts there. Trishira, this fellow had three heads, so he's called Trishira. Dushana is almost, he had the heads of a buffalo. These were their forms. Thereafter, Rama killed in the battle, in the fight, all the Rakshasas, all these three Rakshasas, Kara, Trishira, Dushana, along with their followers in a battle, instigated. Shurpanaka Vakyat Udyuktan means instigated by Shurpanaka, instigated by Shurpakarna's words. These people came and attacked. So this was by way of fulfilling Rama's assurance to the sages. He had assured them in the beginning that I will tackle these fellows. And in the battle, we actually took place, not because he went to attack them, they came and attacked Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita in the ashrama. In the battle, he killed everybody. That's what it says. Okay. Now you can see what is happening here. Rama, single-handed, he is killing those Rakshasas. Vane tasmin nivasata.
वने तस्मिन् निवसता
Janasthana nivasinam.
जनस्थान निवासिनां
Rakshasam nihyatani asan.
रक्षसां निहतानासं
Sahasrani chaturdashaha.
सहस्राणि चतुर्दशः.
Chaturdashi we know. Chaturdasha means 14. Sahasrani means 1,000. 14,000 Rakshasas Rama killed, tackled them single-handedly. And this was possible because of the weapons which were given by Lord Indra himself with Akshaya Tuni. You can see it's all a set plan which was working out. Divine plan, which we may not know. But the divine plan, only the executors are there. They are the people who conceive, we are instruments, including Rama in this case. Nivasata tasmin vane, during his stay in that forest, Chaturdasa Sahasrani Rakshasam, 14,000 Rakshasas, Nivasinam Janasthana, because they were all living. Rama was living in Janasthana, Rakshas also were living in Janasthana, who were inhabitants of Janasthana, Nihatani. Hatani means killed. Nihatani means completely finished. Totally they were finished. Nihatani asan. They were killed by Rama. That's what it says. Vane tasmin nivasata.
वने तस्मिन् निवसता
Janasthana nivasinam.
जनस्थाननिवासिनां
रक्षसां निहतान् यासन्
रक्षसां निहतान् आसं
सहस्राणि चतुर्दश
सहस्राणि चतुर्दश
ततो ज्ञातिवधं श्रुत्वा
ततो ज्ञातिवधं श्रुत्वा
रावणः क्रोधमूर्छितः
रावणः क्रोधमूर्छितः
सहायं वरयामास
सहायं वरयामास
मारीचं नाम राक्षसम्
मारीचं नाम राक्षसम्.
Shurpanaka first runs to Khara Dushana Shishira to avenge the insult, what she thought was insult, humiliation suffered by her at the hands of Rama Lakshmana. When all these 14,000 Rakshasas, including Khara, Dushana, Tishira, were killed, she runs to Lanka and straightaway goes to Ravana. So Ravana, who was her brother, he tells and Ravana, this is what has happened. But when she goes to Ravana, she gives a further distorted picture. She never tells about actual events, actual provocation, how this conflict arose. She never tells them. He goes and says, oh brother, I saw in the forest a beautiful lady who was living with two men, weak merchants are there. She was staying with those weak men, name was Rama Lakshmana. I wanted to bring her for you. That is what she tells him. He tells Ravana, that I wanted to bring that lady Sita for you. And because of this, I suffered. So she gives a distorted picture to Ravana. And Ravana, as this is a mad fellow, he is Rajasiga Pravritti, always angry, arrogant, and he got further provoked. And when he hears about, then she says, what happens to the people who are there? Is all of them have been killed. So when he hears about the killing of his commanders and his people there, Gnati Vadham, his followers and relations, he was Krodha Murchitaha. This is a beautiful phrase which you'll find in Ramayana again and again. Krodha Murchitaha. That means he became so angry that he lost consciousness. That means he loses control of himself. He loses his senses. He becomes mad and violent with anger. And then, but he knew he must have got his own spice. They told Rama, Lakshmana are not two weaklings. They are very powerful persons. Nobody can face them. As was evident from the fact that 14,000 Rakshas were killed by him single-handed. So he did not want to face Rama, Lakshmana direct in an encounter. He wanted to adopt a deceitful method. He then takes the help of Maricha, another Rakshasa who was staying there. That is what this verse says. Tataka Shrutva, having heard of the slaughter, it was a slaughter, mercilessly everybody was killed. Having heard this about the slaughter of the fellow Rakshasas, Ravana became violent with anger. Krodha Murchitaha. Tataka Shrutva, Vadham Gnati, killing of his relations and friends. Ravana Krodha Murchitaha, became violent with anger. But even in that anger, he knew he cannot face Rama Lakshmana individually. So, sought the help of another Rakshasa named Maricha. Varayamasa Sahayam Rakshasam Maricham Nama. A Rakshasa named Maricha. Tato Gnati Vadam Shrutva.
ततो ज्ञातिवधं श्रुत्वा
Ravanaha Krodha Murchitaha.
रावणः क्रोधमूर्छितः
Sahayam Varayamasa.
सहायं वरयामास
Maricham Nama Rakshasam.
मारीचं नाम राक्षसम्
Varyamanaha Subahushaha.
वार्यमाणः सुबहुसः
Marichena Saravanaha.
मारीचेन स रावणः
Na Virodaha Balavata.
न
विरोधः
विरोधः
बलवतः
बलवता
Shamaha Ravanate Nate.
क्षमः
क्षमः
रावणतेन
रावणतेन
ते
ते
This Maricha, despite being a Rakshasa, he had some sense. Not only sense, but he was already seen the power of Lord Rama. He tells Ravana, when Rama was only a boy of maybe less than 16 years, at that time, he killed my mother Tataka, killed my brother Subahu, and with one arrow threw me 1,000 meters, 1,000 yojanas. He threw me at somewhere near the sea. I have still not forgotten his blow and power. So it tells Ravana, it is very, very foolish on your part. Actually, in Valmiki Ramayana, this is runs into 2, 3 sargas. The discussion between Ravana and Maricha, and highest glories of Rama is repeated by Maricha. Through Maricha's words only, we hear about the glory of Rama. He explains to Ravana. He tries to tell him that don't pick up quarrel with Ravana. Rama is a very dangerous, very strong man, very powerful man. Don't do that. Quietly go back. This is what Maricha tries to tell Ravana. But Ravana will not listen. That's what he says. Varyamanaha, you can see. Marichena Subahusha Varyamanaha. Maricha repeatedly, again and again, tried to dissuade Ravana. Please don't do this. Saying, oh, Kshama Ravana, because Ravana was a king, this fellow was only below him. Oh, pardon me, Ravana, for saying this. But I have to say the bitter truth. Bitter truth is not proper for you to enter into hostility. Balavata Tena, with a mighty and powerful Rama. Rama may not look like you. Rama will not look dangerous. He may look, compared to you, maybe a slim bacha. But Rama is very, very powerful. Don't get involved in any quarrel with him. Maricha repeatedly tries to dissuade Ravana. That's what it says. Varyamanaka subahushaha
Varyamana
Varyamanaha
Subhasuta
Subahusah
Marichena saravanaha
Marichena
Marichena
Saravanaha
na virodaha balavata
Navirodha
Navirodha Balavata
Kramaha Ravana tena te.
Kshamaha Ravana
Yamatena
Tenate
Se
First line you can read together. Varyamanas subahushaha
Varyamana
Varyamana Subahusah
marichena saravanaha
Marichena
Marichena
Sara
Saravanaha
navirodho balavata
Navirodho
Navirodho
Bhavata
Balavata
shamo ravana tena te.
Shamo
Kshamo Ravana
Ravatena
Tenate
Se
You can see the difference between the word to word meaning, word to word break up, split, word to word split, and also the original verse. In the original verse, virodho balavata, whereas word to word when you split becomes virodha balavata. Similarly, kshamo becomes kshamaha. Visarga will appear when you read the word individually, but when you read in a verse form, it gets modified to Kshamo, Virodho, Ramaha becomes Ramo, Lakshmanaha becomes Lakshmano. This is the verse form. Varyamana Subahushaha
Varyamanasya
Subahusah
Subhavusha
Marichena Saravanaha
Marichena
Marichena
Sara
Saravanaha
Navirodho Balavata
Navirodho
Navirodha
Balavata
Kshamo Ravana Nate
Kshamo Ravana
Yamatena
Tenate
Se
Anahrutya Tatvakyam
Anahrutyatu
Anahrutya
Tatvakyam
Tatvakyam
Ravanah Kalachoditaha
Ravana Kalachodidaha
Ramadodita
Jagama Saha Marichaha
Jaga
Jagama
Sahamarichaha
Sahamarichaha
Tasya Ashrama Padam Tada
Tasya Asramam
Tasya
Tada
Ashtapadam Tata
Tada
Anahrutya, disregarding Tat Vakyam, the wise words of Maricha. Why he does like that? Because he was Kalachoditaha, incited by fate. He was destined to do this act and destined to die in the hands of Rama. That's why he is doing. Kalachoditaha, Ravanaha, Ravana, Saha Marichaha, along with Maricha, Jagama, Tasya Asrama Padam. They left for, proceeded for the hermitage of Rama. So, Subhaushaha, he said, Maricha repeatedly tries to dissuade Ravana. Ravana did not listen, but threatens Maricha. If you don't listen to me, I myself will kill you. Then Ravana thought it is better to be killed. Maricha thought better to be killed by Rama than by Ravana. Because he knew, Maricha knew by then that Rama was not an ordinary person. He was incarnation of great Mahavishnu. He said, better to die because anyway, I know I am not going to survive this ordeal. He agreed for that. He proceeded unwillingly to help Ravana to carry out Ravana's orders. Anahrutya means disregarding. Actually, it's also a saying here, Vinashakale viparita buddhihi. When the time, dangerous time comes, brain will not work. That is what happened to Ravana. Anahrutya tu tadvakyam
Anahritya tu tadvakyam
Ravana kalachoditaha
Ravana
Ravana
kalachoditāha
kalachoditāha
Gama saha marichaha
Jagama
Jagama
saha
saha
marichaha
marichaha
Tasyashrama padam tada
Tasyasramapadam
Tasyasramapadam
tata
tada
Tena maya vinaduram
Tena
Tena
maya
maya
vinaduram
vinaduram
apavahyan rupatmajau
Apavahya
Apavahya
nrupatmajo
nrupatmajo
Jahara bharyam ramasya
Jahara
Jahara
bharyam
bharya
ramasya
ramasya
Grudham Grudham hatva jatayusham.
Grudham
Grudham
adhatva
ahatva
jadayush
jatayusham.
Because Sankshipta Ramayana, so many events are combined, consolidated into one single verse. Tena maya vinaduram apavahya nrupatmajo. Nrupa is king. Atmajo means sons of king. That is Rama and Lakshmana. Apavahya, they drew him away from the ashrama by deceit. That is where Maya Vinaduram, with the help of the deceitful Maricha, who assumed the form of a golden deer, they somehow distracted and diverted the attention and took away Rama, Lakshmana far, far away, deep into the forest. When Mother Sita was alone, this Ravana comes and abducts her. And when the Jatayu was one bird who was trying to help Rama, was trying to prevent Ravana from abducting Mother Sita, there was a battle between the bird, old bird Jatayu and Ravana. And the bird was no match, and it was mercilessly, it was not exactly killed. Its wings were cut off and it fell down on the ground. And it was having last breath. It waited till Rama comes, conveys to Rama what has happened, and it breathes its last. This is what happens. With the help of deceitful Maricha, Apavahya, Ravana drew Nrupatmajau, the princess, sons of the king, prince, Nrupa Atmajau, Nrupatmajau, the princess. Here reference is to Rama and Lakshmana. Duram. You can see the word Duram we also use in Telugu. Incidentally, today is said to be the Mother Tongue Day. Today is the day to commemorate mother tongue. So actually today we consider Sanskrit to be the mother of all languages. So we call it grandmother. Sanskrit is sort of grandmother. So I actually sent a post in my selected post today, came in Times of India, Grandmother Day. So we can celebrate Sanskrit is the mother language of not only Indian, but many European languages. They are derived from great Sanskrit, which we are able to, at least in parts, small parts, we are trying to learn. It's a very good thing we are doing today. Today is supposed to be Mother Tongue Day. Matrubhasha Dinamu today. Okay?
Good.
Maricha Apavahya, Ravana drew Nrupatmajau, the princess Rama and Lakshmana, Duram, takes away them very, very far away. And when Mother Sita was alone, he abducts Sita, Bharyam, Ramasya, abducts Rama's wife, that is Mother Sita. And when Jatayu tries to intervene, slaughtered the vulture Jatayu. Grudham. Grudham means vulture. Jatayu is the name of the vulture, eagle, vulture Jatayu. Ena maya vina duram.
Tena maya vina duram
Apavahyan rupatmajo.
apavasya
Apavahyan Rupatmajau
Rupatmajau
Jahara bharyam ramasya.
Jahara
Jara
Bharya
Haryam
Ramasya
Asya
Rudram hatva jatayusham.
Grudvam
Rudram
Ratva
Hatva
Jatayusham
Jatayusham
It is actually Grudram. Dra, Ra. Ra is there. The Ravuttvanta. Grudram hatva jatayusham.
Grudram
Grudram
Hatva
Hatva
Jatayusham
Jatayusham
Grudram cha nihatam društva.
Grudram
Grudram
Chanihatam
Chanihatam Društva
Hrutam shrutva cha maithilim.
Krutvam
Krutva
Krutva
Shrutvam Cha
Chamaitili
Maithilim
Raghavah shoka santaptaha.
Raghava
Raghava
Soka
Soka
Santaptaha
Santataha
Vilalapa akula indriyaha.
Vilalapa
Vilalapa
Kula
Akula
Indriyaha.
Indriyaha.
Here, Rama is shown as like a mortal human being. When Mother Sita was abducted, he cried like anything. He cried like any other normal, average human being, average husband. He starts searching from where Rama, Sita, they could not find in the ashram nearby. So when they searched in the nearby distances, they found the Jatayu, which was lying on the ground, which was badly injured. And Jatayu tells Rama what has happened, that Mother Sita has been abducted by a Rakshasa, Ravana. That much he said, and the Jatayu breath is last. That's what happens here. So Raghava, Rama, because of the sorrow, he wailed, he cried like a baby, he cried miserably, choked with tears. His senses were dulled by distress. All that they are showing here. Having seen the eagle Jatayu, Nihatam, struck down by Ravana, and Shrutva Maithilim, Hrutam. Hrutam means apahrutam, means abducted. Shrutva Maithilim Hrutam, Raghavaha, Lord Rama, Akula Indriyaha. His senses were dulled by distress. He felt so miserable. His senses dulled by distress, bewailed, Vilalapa. He cried uncontrollably. Shoka Samtaptaha, choked with tears. This is a very, very sad episode in Ramayana. This is actually what happens. Grudram cha nihatam društva
Grudram
Rudram
Cha
Chanihatam
Nihatam
Društva
Društva
tam shrutva cha maithilim.
Tatam
Hatam
Srutva
Srutva Cha
Chamaitili
Maithilim
Raghavah shoka santaptaha
Raghavaha
Raghava
Soka
Soka
Santaptaha
Santaptaha
vilalapa akula indriyaha.
Vilala
Vilalapa Akula
Akula
Indriyaha.
Indriyaha.
First, first two lines are more or less same. Ramani, first two lines are almost same. Second, third, and fourth line, the clubbing is there. Raghavashoka santapto
Raghava Soka
Soka
Santapto
Santapto
Vilalapa
Vilala
Vilalapa
Kulendriyaha
Vilalapa
Vilala Kulendriyaha
All lines together. Grudram cha nihatam društva
Grudram Cha
Tranchanihatam
Nihatam
Društva
Društva
Rutam shrutva cha maithilim.
Tam Srutva Cha Maithilim
Chamaitili
Raghavashoka santapto
Raghava Soka
Soka
Santapto
Santapto
Vilalapa
Vilala
Vilalapa
Kulendriyaha
Kulendriyaha.
Tataha tena iva shokena
Tataha Tena Iva
Tatastainaiva Shokena
Shokena
Rudram dhagdva jatayusham.
Grudram
Grudvam
Dugdam
Jata
Jatayusham
Tatastena shokena
Tatastainaiva
Tatasthenaiva
Shokena
Shokena
Rudram dhagdva jatayusham.
Grudram
Grudvam
Dagdva
Dagva
Jatayusham
Jatayusham
Tataha, then Ivashokena, in the midst of tears, Dagdva, Rama performed the funeral rites, Tena Grudram Jatayusham, of the vulture Jatayu. Actually, Jatayu was supposed to be a close friend of Dasharatha. So Rama, as it is, had a lot of respect for Jatayu, and this is a very, very noble thing which Lord Rama does. Rama was not able to perform funeral rites for his own father because by then he already had come to the forest. So Rama, Lakshmana, what they could not do for their own father Dasharatha, they did in a way for Jatayu. Treating Jatayu because he was friend of their father Dasharatha with the same love and affection, all rituals were performed by Rama and Lakshmana. This shows our scriptures how they elevate even a bird, eagle. Eagle is not supposed to be a very auspicious and a pleasant bird. Normally, it's a vulture, we call it. We run away from vultures because they are normally in graveyards, etc. So such a vulture also was given the highest regard by Rama and Lakshmana. They performed his funeral rites to him. And when they performed the funeral rites, that Jatayu and actually appears to be in the form of a Gandharva and gives message to Ravana and tells Rama what has happened, and Ravana where he is there. Some direction, some clues were given by that Gandharva. Tataste naiva shokena
ततस्तेनैव शोकेन
dram dagdva jatayusham
रुद्रं दग्ध्वा जटायुषं
margamano vane sitam
मार्गमाणो वने सीतां
rakshasam sandadarshaha
राक्षसं सन्ददर्शः
bandhanam kabandham nama rupena
कबन्धं नामरूपेण
vikrutam ghora darshanam
विकृतं घोरदर्शनम्
tam nihatya mahabahuhu
निहत्य महाबाहुः
tadaha swargatascha saha.
ददाह स्वर्गतश्च सः.
So now they actually encounter one more Rakshasa, Kabandha. Kabandha actually means ka bandha. Ka means earth. Kaha stands for Bhumi. Bandha, he was one who was tied down to the earth. Means actually he was immobile because he had no leg, he had no body. It was a disformed body, there was no separate head. A huge distorted form, sort of belly. In the belly itself, he had a big mouth, and then two hands which could have been stretched indefinitely, infinite length. Two hands they had. So that Rakshasa had only a body, no feet, no legs, etc. Totally immobile. And this Rakshasa, Rama, Lakshmana, they had to kill him because they tried to grab him with his arms and they had to kill him. Again, this fellow turns out to be a Gandharva who has been cursed to be in this particular form. He also gives Rama some clues as to where Sita can be found. Margamanaha means on the way. While they were wandering, Sitam Vane, when they were wandering in the forest in search of Sita, Sandadarshaha Rakshasam Kabandham Nama. Rama encountered a Rakshasa by name Kabandha. He was dreadful to look at. Ghora Darshanam. His appearance itself was very, very scary. Vikrutam Rupena, deformed in appearance. He was not a normal body, normal Rakshasa. No, he had no head. And Rama, Mahabahu Rama, Lord Rama, killed Kabandha and consigned him to flames. Immediately, he transforms himself into a Gandharva and he proceeds to the heaven. He gets freed from the curse. Actually, Rama frees a lot of persons from the curse. One is Ahalya, and second is Kabandha. All these persons, even for that matter, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, they are also cursed to be Rakshasas. But actually, they are Mahavishnu's Dwarapalakas, Jaya and Vijaya. So he gives moksha, he gives liberation to even those people whom we think are his enemies. For Lord Rama, there are no enemies. Lord Rama, Mahavishnu, for them, no enemies at all. Ajata Shatru. You can see. Margamano Vane Sitam.
Margamano
Margamano
vane
vane
sitam
sitam
Rakshasam Sandadarshaha.
rakshasam
rakshasam
sandadastaha
sandadarshaha
Prabandham Nam Rupena.
kabandham
prabandham nama rupena
namarupena
Vikrutam Ghora Darshanam.
vikrutam
vikrutam
ghoradarshanam
ghoradarshanam
Tam Nihatya Mahabahu.
tam
तं
nihatya
निहत्य
mahabahu
महाबाहुः
Aha Swargatascha Saha.
ददाह स्वर्गतश्च सः
Today only I was reading one Ramayana Makrandalu by my friend Sri Padmanabhan. So he was mentioning in Ramayana there are a number of places we find this word ha. It is not visarga. Otherwise, sandadarsha ha. It could have been said. No, it is sandadarsha ha. Ha is a standalone letter which appears in Ramayana in a number of places. He says the significance of this is once this letter ha appears, immediately follows some sort of an event. It may be normally a good event. It is some positive development take place. So you can see here, the appearance of Kabanda itself was sort of a good positive indicator for Rama in his search for Mother Sita. So this is what I'm recollecting now itself. It came today only. Sachasya kathayamasa.
स चास्य
sasya
कथयामास
kathayamasa
Sa means that Gandharva. Gandharva kathayamasa. Before going, he tells him. Katha means story. Kathayamasa means tells a story. He's not telling a story, but he was giving some information. Sa cha asya kathayamasa.
स च
cha
अस्य
asya kathayamasa
कथयामास
Shabari dharmacharini.
sabarim
सबरीं
dharmacharini
धर्मचारिणीं
Shramani dharmanipunam.
श्रमणीं
श्रमणीं
धर्मनिपुणाम्
धर्मनिपुणाम्
Abhigaccha iti raghava.
अभिगश्च
अभिगच्छति
इति
इति
राघव
राघव
Actually, you can imagine suddenly Mother Sita is abducted. Rama has no idea who has come, who has abducted her, where she or whether she has gone by herself. That is what Rama initially searches for Sita. She may be playing hide and seek with him. That is what Rama feels in the beginning. And then he finds all a part of a struggle. No, 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 something must have happened. Some Raksa must have come. She must have been abducted. Maybe they have killed her. He had no idea what happened to her. So where will he search? He has to go in which direction? North, east, south, west. Nothing is known to Rama and Lakshmana. And then you can see everyone guides him. First, Jatayu. Jatayu gave an indication that Ravana ran away in the southern direction. So Rama starts going in a southern direction. Then meet this Rakshasa, Kabanda. Kabanda, as a Gandharva, he gives a clue. He tells Rama that please proceed further. And there is one lady by name, Tapaswin by name, Shabari. You go and meet her. They meet Shabari. Shabari tells them, go to Rishimuka forest. There is a monkey king by name Sugriva. You go there. And that's why Rama's encounter, Rama slowly proceeds, guided by these persons. First Jatayu, second Kabanda, third Shabari. Then, of course, after meeting Sugriva, you know, they start searching for Mother Sita. Then it gets what we call the manpower. Manpower will come. Otherwise, they two were Rama, Lakshmana were absolutely alone without knowing what to do. Sachasya kathayamasa
सचास्य कथयामास
आमास
Shabari dharmacharini
शबरीं
सबरीं
धर्मचारिणीं
धर्मचारिणीं
Shramani dharmanipunam
श्रमणीं
धर्मनिपुणाम्
धर्मनिपुणाम्
abhigaccheti raghava.
अभिगच्छेति
अभिगच्छेति
राघव
राघव
You can see here, sa cha asya, that means that Kabanda, who actually became a Gandharva, while leaving from heaven, while moving heavenwards, Kathayamasa iti, informed him like this. What did he say? Raghava, O Rama, Shramani, Shabarim, there is a female ascetic in this Shabara community, Dharmacharini, performing religious duties, performing tapasya. Dharma Nipunam, she is proficient in practicing austerities. Abhigacha, visit her. So the Kabanda, that Gandharva, tells Rama to go and visit Shabari, who is a great tapaswin, Dharmacharini, Dharma Nipuna, go and meet her. This clue was given by Kabanda. Sachasya kathayamasa
Sachasya kathayamasa
Shabari Dharmacharini
Sabarim
Sabarim
Dharmacharini
Dharmacharini
Shramani Dharma Nipunam
Sramanim
Srimanim
Dharmanipunam
Dharmanipunam
Abhigaccheti Raghava.
Abhigaccheti
Abhigaccheti
Raghava
Raghava.
You can see the beautiful poetry here. Shabari Dharmacharini. Next line. Shravani Dharma Nipunam. It's a great Valmiki Maharshi. Now the last verse we'll do today. Saha Abhyagachat Mahatejaha.
Saha Abhyagachat
Abhyagachat
Mahatejaha
Saha means
Mahatejaha.
Rama. Mahatejaha, the great son Rama. Okay. Shatrusudanaha. That means destroyer of enemies. Abhyagachat proceeds. Sa Abhyagachat Mahatejaha.
Abhyagachat Mahatejaha.
Shabari Shatrusudanaha.
Sabarim Shatrusudanaha.
Shabarya Pujitaka Samyak.
Sabariya Pujita Samyak.
Ramaha Dasharathatmajaha.
Ramaha Dasarathatmajaha.
We noticed just earlier, referred to as a Nrupatmajaha, son of a king. As Hanuman is always called Marutatmajaha, son of wind god, Maruta. Okay. Sobhyagachan, Sobhyagat. Now you can see Ta becomes Na here in a verse form. Sobhyagachan Mahatejaha.
Sobhyagachan
Gachan
Mahatejaha
Mahatejaha.
Shabari Shatrusudanaha.
Sabarim
Sabarim
Shatrusudanaha
Shatrusudanaha.
Shabharya Pujita Samyak.
Sabariya Pujita Samyak.
Ramo Dasharathatmajaha.
Ramo Dasarathatmajaha.
Sa Ramaha, Rama, son of Dasharatha, destroyer of enemies. Rama, these two are adjectives for him. Dasharathatmajaha, son of Dasharatha. Shatrusudanaha, destroyer of enemies. Mahatejaha, possessing great splendor. All these three are adjectives qualifying the name Rama. Rama approached. Sa Ramaha Abhyagachat Shabari. Rama approached Shabari. This is a sentence by itself. Ramaha Abhyagachat Shabari. Rama approached Shabari. Now what does she do? Samyak Shabarya Pujitaha. Shabari worshipped Rama. Actually, Shabari was waiting for maybe hundreds of years, they say, to have darshan of Rama. Her guru told her that you be here only, wait, Rama Lakshmana will come. You worship him and then you can come to Swarga. You attain liberation. So actually the story is very, very interesting. He wanted to give some wild fruits to Rama. She wanted to make sure they are sweet before giving to Rama. So she bit it. She bit each fruit and then they offered to Rama. So Lakshmana was stunned. How can somebody offer jhuta kaise khila sakta hai Ram ko? But Rama was so broad-minded. He was bowled over by her devotion, happily took whatever she gave as Mahaprasada. That is Rama's nobility. And Mother Shabari also was a great, great ascetic. And she guides him. She tells Rama to proceed further south. There's a hill called Rishyamuka. You go there. It is on the rivers of the bank of the rivers, Pampa Nadi. You go there. There you will meet Sugriva. All good will happen to you. This is what Shabari told him. So with this, I think we'll conclude today. We have concluded Aranya Kanda, 17 verses, 41 to 57. Okay. So I will stop here.